is basically just altering the volume in an automatic way. It was used for like, yeah, volume automation elves, yeah. It's used for radio. It was used for radio back then. Predominantly like AM radio. It's like every time it got too loud, it would like bring it down. Yeah, and I'm sure everything has it. Maybe this mic has it. Or maybe like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I'm trying to think of something that has it. But yeah, it's basically just turning the volume down. Just turn the volume down. And then turn it back up. And the attack is the release is, the attack is how quickly he turns it down. His reaction time. Right? And then the release is when he brings it back up after the threshold is below. And the threshold is like when it'll hurt his ears and you'll turn it down. Right? This is the threshold. Or yeah, we'll just say this is the threshold. Right? And you look at like a picture of like the single kind of compressor there is. Here, I'll show you one. All bought legally, of course. So like okay, let's get a good one. LA2A. Do I know my ABCs? Where's the LA2A? Does anybody know where the LA2A is? Because that was like the first one. Yeah, CLA2A. I'm an idiot. So basically, yeah, it's the gain and then the peak reduction. Right, and it has its own kind of automatic circuitry for, you know, its attack and release, right? This is called, yeah, LA2A. This is a compressor. Okay, I didn't know that it would only turn down specific parts of the sample that you choose. Oh, it's just all samples that go above the threshold. So if you remember, like this would be reduced because this would go over the threshold if we brought it down to here, right? But this would be unaffected. So it would leave this one alone, in theory, and then bring this one down, the volume of this down. So do that right now. This is basically what it's doing. Say, oh, this one's too loud, so it automatically does that. You understand? Right? But when the automatic makeup gain is applied, let's say we bring these down, we have the threshold set, so all these are the same volume. The makeup gain will boost all these, so the signal will be louder. You understand? So we're raising the volume. This is makeup gain, like hardcore, right? So like, yeah, I'll show you that one more time. Oh, right. So I reset it, right? So, want me to do this one more time? Yeah, I'll do it just for people watching at home. So like the compressor for this would go over the threshold. So this would be reduced, right? We're squishing it. We're squishing the sound, right? Oh, it doesn't boost it unless you have the makeup gain, the makeup volume, right? This is the gain reduction. As it's reducing the gain, the makeup is boosting the volume, right? So we'll get back to the threshold of this has been reduced because it's the only one. It's the loudest thing, right? So it levels it all together, and then with the automatic makeup gain, whoosh, brings it up. So this is perceivably louder, right? You hear the difference, right? Right, and that's what basically, I just compressed this, if that makes any sense, right? You see the difference? Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Oh, my poor kitten. My cat's sad because I've been ignoring her for a long time. But yeah, that's compression in a nutshell. And there's ratios and attacks, and well, you understand the attack. If you want, I can't really show it there, but to preserve the front of it, but then reduce this part, right? So you have the punch still. I already showed you that, but you have the punch still of the kick. It's still preserved. Or the sample that you're using. Is that kind of like velocity and piano roll? No, because it's in It's in a different kind of context of audio. Velocity is like how hard you press the key on the keyboard. If you want to do it soft or like harder, it sounds louder. It's velocity sensitivity. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not an expert, but I kind of understand what it does. I'm not really good at explaining it though. The way I explained it, I explained it in another video. It's called compression explained visually. I use an oscilloscope, and it's a lot better than what I just did. It's just another way of explaining it. But yeah, it's not so much of a magic trick once you begin to understand it. And what it does is it just makes things louder. But if you make things louder and you have the attack preserve the transient of the clickiness, because the attack, there's a delay, then you still have that volume, but it brings it down, but brings it back up, but clears your headroom, but makes it more pronounced. You know, some people get carried away and blah blah blah. Play the track. Sorry. Sorry, we have a question. I'm just curious why you would want that makeup to turn it up after you turn it down. Oh, you can have it up or down. If you turn the makeup gain off, it levels it out in terms of the volume. But if you want to make it louder perceivably, then you would have the makeup turned on. So, okay, next question. So just to be clear, glue is, at least in your opinion, the best used in groups and related. Yeah, it's a bus. It's modeled after the SSL G series compressor, and that, yeah, it's used on buses. So yeah. So I can put a compressor on here. Where's my, yeah, and I'll show you what it can do. It can make this perceivably louder because the gain is being reduced but the volume's coming up. And there you have Skrillex. And it's bringing out the reverb. I can add some flanger. Why not? Now I know my ABCs. So question is, where would you put it? Preamp or post-amp? What sounds better? Now this is where it gets exciting. Well, not really exciting, but it adds some stuff. Pre-at, I would go pre too. Right, and this is because I enhanced, well, I compressed it to enhance the perceived volume. I should sidechain it a bit more. So basically, production is just volume control in terms of its bands in the frequency and dynamic shaping and volume reduction via other audio. It gets kind of confusing. Oh, you were joking? Okay, well I guess it sounds okay. Everyone's telling me to go pre, which I did. Why do you have two compressors? This one is for the actual audio, and this one is for sidechaining. So it's serial compressor. This is affecting itself, making it louder and more pronounced, going up against the Vengeance sounds. But then the compressor here is reducing it around the kick, and that's all it's doing. What you doing? No. How long have I been in here for?
A long time.
I have to pee.
I'm lonely.
Yeah, I should wrap this up pretty quick. You guys should collaborate. Crux and Drux. That's pretty badass, actually. Okay, so yeah, basically we have this mixed per se. More virus in the next stream. I could totally do that for sure. I guess I'll, if you want to know, I guess subscribe on Twitch, I'm sure. But all these episodes or streams will be posted on my YouTube channel. And yeah, all archived forever, so everyone can enjoy it. Yeah, but I've been drinking tea and I gotta have some lunch. Eating is very important. Nutrition for your body and mind. Most importantly, mind. But what I'll do is I'll show you how I would kind of master this in its own special way. Have you tried to make side chill? Like, is that like chill out but like weird sounds? Hey, no problem. I'd like to give my more time. I could do this for hours, you know, because I don't know, I want to give back. And you know, I thought for the longest time like there were no dreamers out there. Everyone's a badass, everyone's whatever. But now I know that there's people actually interested. Yeah. You guys don't mind being on Twitch, do you? Here, what can I? I'm a fan of waves. Oh, I'll show you. For the glue, this is what the glue is modeled after. Well, this is, oops, what the hell happened there? Anyway, the glue is basically, this is basically the glue. But this is like an officially licensed type thing. But it has a different kind of tonality to it. Can you explain how I set up the video? I get XSplit, I record screen, and I stream it. I use the same thing that the gamers use, kind of thing. And I have a mic. Hello. I have a mic and I record my screen. I have a webcam, and this mic was donated by people like you. But yeah. So I guess what I'll do, just for fun, is just do some 2 cams. Maybe. I want to get like one good one. This one's like from like Windows 98. It's not that good. You can't really see anything. Maybe 2 cams. But what I'll do, okay, we're going to use serial compression for mastering for the sake of ease. And you'll notice that I haven't EQ'd anything, and I'm not going to EQ anything on the master channel because that's not what I do. And it can cause problems, but sometimes it's necessary. You can give her tits. But yeah. Yeah, so I'll play it, and we'll see gain reduction over time. So what that needle's doing is it's kind of leveling it out, right? I can bring the threshold down, and like the volume goes out, or the volume is reduced too much, and you know, the pre-master going in this a little loud for it to handle, but it still works. Right, it takes a bit away, but what you do is you just add a bit of makeup. So there's about 3 decibels of gain reduction. So you just move that up to like around 2 or whatnot, and then you can the L2.